I was having a relaxed life, going out with my old friends, going to the book club. We were having karaoke at Jenny's house every Thursday evening, having some nice drinks, some snacks, until I offered my help. This became my nightmare. It was one of those Sundays when I should have been resting, but I couldn't. The kids were already in my house, running through the hallways, laughing and fighting over toys, their shrill voices echoing against the walls. This had become my life, day in day out. I used to feel proud to help my daughters. I wanted to support them. But somewhere along the way, it became an expectation, a routine, and then, without realizing it, an obligation. I never had time to rest. I never had time for myself. They didn't know how hard it was to have 3 young ones running around when all I wanted was a peaceful days, especially weekend. But what could I do? I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to make them feel guilty. They were my daughters, and I loved them with everything I had. They both had full-time jobs, and I wanted to help ease their burden. That was the idea, right? At first, it didn't bother me. I was happy to see them doing well at work, happy to be able to help with the kids during the weekdays. But the weekdays turned also into weekends and then into months, and the months turned into years. And I started to feel the weight of it all. They were 2 grandkids, but went to 3 kids now. I had always taken care of them. It was what I did. But the more they relied on me, the more it started to hurt. No one asked me if I needed a break. No one said, "Mom, we'll keep the kids this weekend, so you can rest." I was expected to be there every weekend, without fail. One Saturday morning, I woke up with a terrible headache. My body felt weak. My bones ached. But there they were, my grandchildren, knocking on my bedroom door, ready to be taken care of. I had no choice. I couldn't just let them sit there. I couldn't just let them be neglected. But by noon, the pain was unbearable. I called both of my daughters, asking them to come pick up their kids. I told them I was sick and needed help. The reaction I got was something I'll never forget. They didn't even sound concerned. "What? You're sick again, Mom? We don't have time for this today. We have things to do. Just take some medication. We will pick up the kid later on tonight." Daisy, the older one, was with a friend, just at the restaurant enjoying a drink. She told her friend that she will not pick up the kids now because she needed her rest. Her friend found it very ungrateful, the way she was treating her own mother. She told her that her mother is sick, it's weekend, she should give her mother some rest, go pick up the kids, remember these are your kids. Daisy got mad, she got up, but went shopping instead of to her mother that was sick at home. They didn't even ask how I was feeling. Didn't even offer to help. I wanted to scream. I wanted to tell them how much it hurt to feel so invisible, so unappreciated. But instead, I hung up the phone, swallowing my tears. That day, I could barely get out of bed. The kids were running around the house, shouting and playing, as I lay there helplessly. I could feel my body betraying me. Weeks passed, and I never told anyone how I felt. The kids kept coming every day. They didn't even know how much it wore me down. The weeks turned into months, and eventually, I could barely keep my eyes open. I was so tired. My health was failing. But I kept going, because that was what I did. I was their mother. I was their grandmother. I had no choice. Then, one Sunday, my heart gave out. I woke up, and the pain was too much to bear. I couldn't get up. I couldn't call my daughters. I couldn't take care of the kids anymore. My body just gave up. I passed quietly that morning, alone in my bed. I never saw their faces again. When my daughters found out, they cried. Oh, they cried so hard. They mourned the loss of their mother. They mourned the woman who had taken care of their children every day, every single weekend. But not once did I hear a thank you. Not once did I hear an apology for taking me for granted all these years. All they saw was that I was gone, and suddenly, they had no one to watch the kids. They cried, not because they lost me, but because they lost their free babysitter. They cried, not because they realized how much I had sacrificed, but because now they had to take care of their own children or pay someone to do that. It hurt, even in death. But I knew I had given them everything I could, even if they never understood it. Moral of the story is a reminder of the sacrifices that often go unnoticed, and the importance of showing gratitude. We often take the ones closest to us for granted, expecting them to always be there for us without considering their needs. The love and sacrifice of parents and grandparents should never be treated as an obligation but as a gift. Take the time to appreciate those who care for you, and make sure they know they are valued before it's too late.
Biblical perspective. In the Bible, we are reminded of the importance of honoring our parents and elders. In Exodus chapter 20 verse 12, it says, "Honor your father and your mother, so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you." The act of honoring others goes beyond words. It's in our actions, in how we show appreciation for their sacrifices.
My opinion, sometimes, we take the people who most care for us for granted, forgetting that they too deserve love and rest too. Your parents are not your babysitter. Of course they can help you in case of an emergency, but you have to remember they are elder people now and they need their peace, their rest. If they have the energy to take care of the grandkids, for sure they have energy to still enjoy their lives to travel. Don't take that from them. So give them that space, but don't neglect them either. God calls us to honor those who care for us and show them the respect and kindness they deserve. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe, like, and share. Stay blessed.